2022. Already made it here to May. We are moving quickly through the timeline. I hope you guys are prepared. The news that I'm about to give you guys, boy, we better be strapped in. We better be tapped into these strategies, these plans for helping us survive and thrive during these times, because they are here to absolutely wipe us out. Everything that I'm about to show you is going to lead you down a path of fear if you're not prepared and if you don't have a strategy. What I want to bring to you guys is the truth, but I also want to back it up with the strategies that we are executing on a daily basis so that we can make it through. We're going to take advantage of this great wealth transfer, and I want you guys to win as well. Let's get right into it. Thank you for joining, and thank you for helping me spread this message far and wide. Okay, let's run it up. Okay, so I wanted to start this one off quickly here, talking about $10 for a small package of strawberries. Now, why would that matter? We're here to talk about cryptocurrencies. We want the news, but I'm here to tell you guys that you ain't going to be able to feed yourselves. Not only one, you're going to need to up your game. You're going to need to get up your cash flow right now because inflation is going to wipe you out. But the second part of this is we're actually starting to see shortages as well in our food supply as well. The food processing plants already under attack. Accidents happened. I'll let you guys figure out what happened at those food processing plants over the last couple years. Now, we already had a supply chain crisis. Now we have the inflation crisis. This is going to absolutely squeeze the middle class of America and the poor of the middle class here in America and across the world. Actually, this is worldwide. But right here, I got a picture of $10 for a package of strawberries. So for the 2008 crisis, I titled this video, Worse Than 2008. In 2008, we did not see $10 packages of strawberries. And this is just one stupid example, but I want to hit it home for you guys. Last month in our Discord, we just did 2 prepping calls, talking about the prepping, the basics of storing food. Okay, and then we went into more in depth on the second one, surviving a grid down situation. But part of that too is we're talking about not only stocking up on food, but we're also taking care of growing our gardens, getting a little bit of vegetables going. Even out here on the patio, you know, you don't need much space, but you better have a plan, because even if you got some paper, right? The supply chain crisis is hitting as well. So we're battling 2 different issues here. Bad supply chain crisis. You can't even get good quality food anymore. Whatever they put on the shelves is usually junk and terrible quality. Then they've reduced the quantity or the size that you're getting. And then we have inflation that's taken the prices to the moon. Let's continue on. We got massive inflation hitting the cities particularly hard here in America. This is an article from Zero Hedge. Okay, and they're talking about U.S. cities with the hottest inflation may cause pain for the Democrats. Now, I do believe that the Democrats are going to get wrecked in this coming midterm election. And that's not left-right. That's just looking at how the chips are lined up. Okay, that's just using common sense and seeing here that in Democrat-run cities, the program's not working out too hot for you, is it? Right? In Democrat-run states, it's not working out too well. And we can just take a look at the numbers. That's not even a political statement. If we look here, Arizona, actually, the Phoenix area having the highest level of inflation. And that's going to be from a couple different factors, but one thing is going to be Californians ditching communist California, moving into Phoenix in the Mesa area, and they're running up the prices there. But other cities that we saw as well was Atlanta, Miami, Baltimore, all reaching 10% on the CPI data. So the overall CPI data, which is a BS number from the government, is 8.5% across the country. But you're seeing here in these certain particular cities, big cities across America, you already are at 10%. And you need to just double that. Because if they tracked inflation how they used to, you just double basically the numbers that they're working with right now. And so the cities in particular are feeling the squeeze. The cities I mean, I went to Omaha this last week. Relatively clean city. I noticed that the cities in the Midwest are actually pretty clean. The cities on the West Coast are dumps, literally. And across America here, the cities are feeling the squeeze. I want you guys to think about strategic relocation right now, specifically if you are living in the cities of America. I like to relate it to the purge because you take a walk down the streets of Chicago. You take a walk down the streets of any major city in this country, and it is the purge. Just go watch that movie, and it'll give you a glimpse of what's going on in the cities right now. Now, this is from Wall Street Silver. The next collapse is going to be worse than the events of 2008. Just my opinion. What do you think? I agree. That's what we titled this video. Worse than 2008. If we take a look at the numbers here, margin debt in the billions. We had a 20% crash in the S&P 500 back in 2018. We were at 650 for the margin debt before that crash came in. Then we had the March 2020 crash. It took all of the margin debt down to about just under 500 billion. We have now reached over 900 billion in margin debt. So that is levered up debt. That is people using leverage, right, for their trading. That's just not just crypto, that's your stocks, that's everything. Margin debt is at an all-time high. This is going to end bad. This is going to end bad. As we enter this bear market and people are levered up, they're betting using 100x leverage on cryptocurrency. The stock market isn't nearly as bad. In real estate, these people have borrowed against their home. They've maxed out, taken all of their equity out, right? So they better keep that job and they better hope that the prices stay inflated, right? Otherwise, they're not going to be able to service their debt. Let's continue on. Just in $305 million has been liquidated from the cryptocurrency market in the past 12 hours. This came out from yesterday. So this is talking about the dip that occurred on that new moon, partial solar eclipse that we had yesterday. So here's the thing, guys. We came into this moment. We knew that we have back-to-back eclipses coming up, and I said, hey, I don't know how this thing's going to go. It's going to go up or down, but it's going to make a serious move. Because we know that with these back-to-back eclipses, these events, they usually bring in an incredible amount of energy, just like they did in November, December, when we topped out in November, and then we had the 40% liquidation event in December. This time around, something similar happened. The new moon of December 2021 was when we had a 40% liquidation event. This new moon here of April 30th, brought in a pretty substantial liquidation event as well. 305 million liquidated in just the past 12 hours. Now, this is a little bit old, but you guys get the point. Okay? So I want you guys to consider how much risk you have on right now. That's in regards to your crypto bags. How much trading are you doing? How much of your cryptocurrency bag is poop coins, meme coins, NFTs with no utility? How much is it invested into staking protocols that are now cutting the rates in half, like we just saw out of crypto.com? See, everyone was on the crow.com bandwagon. And I said, okay, I'm looking at this thing and all I see is that they're good at marketing. That's all they're good at. There's no utility. Okay, now you can stake a little bit. They got the Kronos network. You got a little bit of staking. You got a little something going on. And now, right, when times get tough, they've now cut that rewards half in half, and they've set a limit on how much you can earn on your crow. So when I look at these projects and I see that they don't have any utility, but they have a staking program, that doesn't get me excited, and why I've been saying, take your money and run. I don't really have to, change up my strategy right now, considering the market conditions, because all I hold really is the cryptocurrencies that actually have utility, that at any given moment, the switch could be flipped here and we could be in a whole new financial system. I'll be positioned perfectly. I'm willing to hold these bags down 50 to 70%. On the rest of these bags, I've been saying take your money and run because I didn't think that these DeFi protocols would last. I called all of these other ones Ponzi schemes that wouldn't last. Time Wonderland. I can't even remember all the rest of these, just ridiculous. 80,000% APY, 8,000% APY. And everybody was gambling. And I said, that's fine. You got your meme coin bag. You got your NFTs. You flip poop coins. That's cool. Take your money and run because this party's coming to an end. And we're starting to see it here. Another one from Wall Street Silver. Anyone claiming we are avoiding a recession or that there will be a soft landing is crazy. Disposable incomes falling at a record pace. This is one of the most alarming pieces of news or charts that I've taken a look at. Disposable income falling at a record pace. And I want you guys to take a look at this chart. I'm going to pull up this chart for you guys. I want you guys to be able to take a look at this because this is ugly. This is ugly, guys. If you look back to the 2008 recession there, right? Disposable incomes were falling at basically 0%. For a brief moment in time, they went negative, where disposable incomes were negative. Even during the dot-com bubble, when that burst, they didn't go negative. Right now, we are negative about 11 or 12% year-over-year change in disposable incomes. We've dropped below 10%. This is one of the worst records I think that we've seen in history. I think you'd probably have to go back to even maybe the 70s or 80s. I don't even know if they tracked this back then. But you can see going back all the way to the early 90s, we never go negative. We did for just a couple years there, all during Obama's terms. And then just here now, we've dipped down to negative about 11 or 12%, it looks like, disposable incomes. So the people are out of cash. The people cannot afford to play with their money anymore. And so this is time to go risk off. Okay, the people that had money to invest into meme coins, the people that had money to invest into cryptocurrency stocks, the Robinhood traders, the meme coin traders, the NFT flippers, the trash flippers, the party's over. I mean, the party's over. They're broke. They're broke. The average person right now is broke. Disposable income's falling at a record pace. It's just shocking. But let's get into the cryptocurrency news. See, this is the TikTok morons. Let's talk crypto, bro, not politics. What did I say that was political? What did I say that was political? That the rates were negative during Obama's term? I'm not blaming Obama. I've been blaming the Federal Reserve for the past decade, right? It isn't political. Nothing here is political. I don't have time for politics. We need to be getting something done right here. We need to get to the truth. In a matter of fact, politics, they've sold us out on both sides. That's all that needs to be said on politics. They've sold us out on both sides. The average American citizen, the middle class, is dead. That's not a political statement. But let's get into the cryptocurrency. We're not allowed to talk about politics. It offends the TikTok snowflakes. Okay, let's go. Bitcoin magazine. You know I love me some Bitcoin nonsense. Jamie Dimon says sending money to another country with digital currency takes seconds, not weeks. Is somebody going to tell him about XRP? Because I know we ain't talking about Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin magazine and the Bitcoin maxis, I don't know what they're smoking. Okay, but they're on something incredible. They are on some fuego, as the kids say. Wall Street quietly embracing Bitcoin. No, they are not. You guys are delusional. And this is the same thing the Bitcoin magazine and the Bitcoin maxi outlets always do. A country makes cryptocurrency legal tender. What do they put out? Panama makes Bitcoin legal. No, they didn't just make Bitcoin legal. They made all the other cryptos legal too, right? Jamie Dimon saying that with digital currency, we can send money to another country in seconds, not weeks. Gee, what have we been talking about here, right? He is not referring to Bitcoin. He is not referring to the Lightning Network, right? So, this is good to see, right? Wall Street is admitting now that crypto is the way, crypto is the thing. But what's about to happen is regulations are about to come in and absolutely wipe this space out. Not only do we have the overall macro situation, the overall macroeconomic situation is horrendous. Cryptocurrency is a risk-on asset, so it's going to be even bled out even more. Okay, so I mean, it's going to get brutal. Just because Jamie Dimon and the Wall Street, Jim Cramer just said that Ethereum could go up 40%. If that's not a sign to sell your Ethereum, to short Ethereum, then you haven't been tracking Jim Cramer's calls over the last little bit here, because he was the one who called Netflix at a great buy before it dropped 50% just recently. Okay, so when these guys go bullish, when these guys get hyped up on cryptocurrency, get hyped up on something, usually that means that they've already made their position and they're exiting, right? So I want you guys to be careful right now. Even though we know the overall situation is looking good, the future is looking good for cryptocurrency. We know it is the future. We know that XRP solves the cross-border payments, XLM, other cryptocurrencies actually solve problems in the trillions of dollars, and that Wall Street is already trying to get caught up to speed. They're already trying to implement their own programs. Even though we see that, the light at the end of the tunnel, guys, the next little bit here is going to be a rough ride. This tweet from PRX I thought was very fitting compared to the Bitcoin maxis. Let's compare and contrast the Bitcoin maxis spewing their nonsense and what we've been building over here with the actual utility cryptos. This tweet here: the more confident you are, the quieter you become. Confident people aren't attention seekers. Their mere presence is loud as thunderstorm for the world to hear and see. The insecure ones are the loudest, drawing the most attention to themselves. Confidence whispers, insecurity roars. And I just think that this is so fitting when we look at the rest of the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these fools who were shilling BS, right? They were the loudest. They were the ones that were making hype videos because they were getting checks cut to them every single week. It's a new project, right? And after they push that project on you, what happens every single time? It drops 70 to 90%. You get caught holding the bag as they liquidate all of the VCs that paid these little shills, these little kids on TikTok, these YouTube shills, these Twitter kids. This whole space has been built up as they've dumped on us, right? The insecure ones are the loudest, drawing the most attention to themselves. Confidence whispers, insecurity roars. Right, let's continue on here. This is a legendary thread from Wrath of Kahneman. Right, so what is Ripple's liquidity hub and what does it tell us about the future of Ripple? Oh, and XRP, that too, but it's at the end. So while the rest of the space is playing around, the rest of the space is a joke in Vitalik's own words. We have Ripple building and launching the liquidity hub this year, just one of many, many, many pieces of utility that Ripple has implemented over the last year. In the middle of this SEC lawsuit, what is Liquidity Hub? Liquidity Hub, it's a crypto market aggregator, a one-stop shop for enterprises to source crypto. RippleNet's Burla compares it to Kayak or Google Flights, websites that pull available flights to get the best deal. Instead of tickets, crypto. Why not use an over-the-counter desk or exchange? It's risky to only have a single supplier. Will there be enough liquidity? Will they charge a premium as the only source? Would you trust your ETF supply to Coinbase or Binance in a run? So what this does is this spreads out the ability to get liquidity from many sources. And the demand is global, spanning many different regulations. Remember what a pain KYC AML was signing up for your first exchange? Imagine signing up with 50 exchanges across multiple borders, multiple assets, and billions of dollars. So this allows you to just tap in one place. It's the bank for the enterprises, for the banks and financial institutions. Instead of having to deal with all these other fools, no, you get Brad showing up at the boardroom. You get to sit down with Brad, with the other professionals at Ripple who aren't wearing unicorn t-shirts like Vitalik and actually are getting deals done, solving trillion-dollar problems. And it's a one-stop shop. Ripple's Liquidity Hub eliminates all that hassle by gathering the assets from multiple sources and presenting them in a unified interface. Not only that, but with the ability to compare the different sources. You can see where to get the best price. It's more composable and reliable than just one source. Composable and reliable than just one source. Get 40% of your order from OTC Desk A and the remaining 60% from Desk B. Let the computer work out the cheapest options. It solves some custody issues in the future, even staking. Now imagine when the Liquidity Hub brings you results from DEXs too. Imagine integrated DeFi. All of it automated, aggregated, and neatly vetted for your shopping ease. No pre-funding is required. And remember, pre-funding, we're talking about Nostro Vostro accounts, $30 trillion held up, stalled up in the banking system right now. $30 trillion in pre-funded accounts. Liquidity Hub here eliminates, on-demand liquidity eliminates pre-funding. Ripple will even front you the credit, right? Because they launched line of credit. So all these products, right, is just the perfect offering. They are ready to service all of the enterprises, all of the banks and financial institutions with this Liquidity Hub on-demand liquidity solution. The Liquidity Hub isn't just a bolt-on service either, just some extra. It is the fruit of running an XRP-focused Liquidity Hub ODL for some time now. It is tested and proven, and importantly, it indicates how Ripple itself has been evolving. And amidst all of the noise, all of the FUD, all of the nonsense, all of the nice stablecoin, bro, you can't even break $1, bro. Have fun staying poor, XRP army. Amidst all of that, trillion-dollar solutions are being built out. These are $100 trillion solutions. These are quadrillion-dollar solutions being built out for banks and financial institutions over the next decades. You see, initially, Ripple signed companies to bilateral agreements with each place you sent to point. Now we can see the better part of ODL's innovation was creating a one-stop shop to source liquidity. So instead of having to get set up with a bank in one country and another bank in another country, right? This just gives you one place to get set up. Before you signed to move money to a partner in another country, now you sign because they can offer new partners in other countries too, all behind one interface. This is a great narrative by Joel Katz. And the future, in November, they told us, quote, in the future, every customer will join RippleNet with the same base service and a wallet designed to support both crypto and fiat. One wallet, one interface, one company, routing a myriad assets. And this is important framing to understand the recent webpage makeover of Ripple.com too. Now we're greeted by, quote, business impact powered by crypto, and 3 products: exporter payments, on-demand liquidity, crypto liquidity, Liquidity Hub, and CBDCs, sidechains. That's the trifecta right there. On-demand liquidity for cross-border payments, Liquidity Hub, which is liquidity for any solution needed by enterprises, banks, or financial institutions, and then sidechains for CBDCs. Come build your CBDC in one day on the XRP ledger. With one Ripple wallet, enterprise can source anything that can be tokenized: fiat, crypto, deeds, stocks, and now carbon credits, all in one place. That's the quadrillion-dollar solution right there. That's all of the markets combined: derivatives, deeds, stocks, carbon credits, everything. Fiat to crypto, cross-border, everything. All the money. This is the all the money meme. This is the quadrillion-dollar solutions story right here. With one wallet, an enterprise can source anything that can be tokenized. It's what crypto has talked about forever, in a regulated, secure, and reliable interface for popular use. Again, they've been telling us all along, we just lacked context. Ripple is preparing for a tokenized future, an internet of value. Notice all the Liquidity Hub press has seemingly mentioned NFTs. What better way to tokenize value than with NFTs on the XRP ledger? I forgot to mention, right? We just finally, after everyone played around with NFTs, I'm about to show you in one of my next clips here, someone paying 16 ETH, like 40, 50 grand to mint 2 NFTs. How's that program working out for you guys? You guys are bending over for Vitalik and the Ethereum little gang there. You guys are bending over for them each transaction on the Ethereum network. So now we finally have NFTs coming to the XRP ledger. And this is going to be massive. And Ripple also set up a $250 million creator fund, one of the largest creator funds for NFTs in the whole space. So the evolution of Ripple looks something like this. Start with cross-border payments, on-demand liquidity, Liquidity Hub, one wallet to rule them all because it can source it all. I love that. it can source it all, and it can get you these assets at the cheapest price because it can source it from all of the different exchanges, all of the different on-ramp and off-ramps. So what about XRP? The liquidity hub doesn't run on XRP, but neither does it power cross-border payments. It just finds crypto. On-demand liquidity requires XRP. Still the cheapest, most robust settlement around, and Ripple still holds 45 billion on the books. So with the webpage as a guide, there are 3 XRP opportunities at Ripple right now. You can source cash via on-demand liquidity that uses XRP. You can source XRP directly from the liquidity hub. And you can build a central bank digital currency based on the XRP ledger. And I should add that you can do it in 1 day. In the big picture, they have multiple investments in tokenization projects in Ripple X2. In a tokenized future, what will everything be tokenized on? You can do it on the XRP ledger right now or wait a few months to use the new NFT protocol XLS20D. From my understanding, you can already start building on XLS20D now. I think that's already gone live now, but maybe it's still here to come. But from my understanding, it's already out. Then consider what happens as central bank digital currencies and the like are built on the XRP ledger sidechains. It will always be cheaper and easier to use the XRP ledger between walled gardens when appropriate. So that's the beauty of this, is you don't have to coerce people. Just like with Ethereum, you don't have to force people to bend over and pay the gas fees. People are going to use the XRP ledger because it's the best solution, not because they're forced to. Because they're going to want to, because it's going to save them money. It's going to free up working capital. This is the difference between XRP's solution, XRP's use case, and the whole rest of the crypto space. Ripple's liquidity hub is a one-stop shop for enterprise to source digital assets, and it is a milestone for understanding how Ripple is evolving towards a tokenized future in which the XRP ledger can also excel. So that was another legendary thread from Wrath of Kahneman. Huge shout out to him. So XRP Pharaoh putting this one out. If XRP was indeed a security of Ripple, Ripple equity on Link2 would not be selling out instantly. End of discussion. And that's a great point. You can buy Ripple stock on Link2 right now, and it sells out instantly every time. Right? It's such a clear case, guys, that XRP is not a security. So just understand what's being built at Ripple, what's being built in the XRP ledger ecosystem, while we have the whole world falling apart, while we have all of the distractions played out, while we have this piece, this fun fact. A user spent 16 ETH, $43,000 in gas fees to mint 2 of the Bored Ape Yacht Club Other Deed plots. I don't even know what the hell that is. Some virtual plots of land in the Bored Ape Yacht Club metaverse. I don't even know what that is. That's a joke is what that is. How's your program working out? $43,000 to mint 2 NFTs. How's your program working out? Just like Vitalik said back in 2018, if gas fees, transaction fees went up to $1 or even $60, crypto and blockchains would be a joke. We shared it just 2 days ago. Vitalik's own words. If gas fees went up to $60, crypto and blockchains would be a joke. That's the exact program that they've built out. And I do agree with Vitalik that it is an absolute joke. How's the Solana program working out? Just crashed once again. It's like a once a month thing with Solana. This tweet was pretty funny. At this point, Solana should start posting business hours. It's the same story. Check out this next article. Yuga's apology reads as if they feel they did nothing wrong and Ethereum is to blame for the mess tonight. Meanwhile, they had a poorly optimized contract to the point of negligence, allowed 2 mints per wallet amongst 40,000 KYC wallets that had pre-approved Ape for mint, knew that a great deal more KYC wallets could possibly acquire Ape to mint. It is possible that they purposefully leaned into this disaster in order to cite it as their reason for building out a new chain with ApeCoin at the center. So this is in regards to this land, this buying plots of land, Bored Ape Yacht Club, whatever nonsense they're participating in, right? They make excuses. They blame Ethereum. Oh, we're stuck on Ethereum. We're building out Ape Yacht Club. We're building out plots of land, 40,000 in ETH to burn 2 NFTs. What are we doing? I mean, like I said 2 days ago, I don't think I've ever paid Ethereum gas fees, and I never will. That's why I haven't participated in the NFT space. Did I miss money? I probably did. I did miss some money. All these other guys were shilling the NFT projects. Whether they made money on the NFTs or not didn't matter because they were getting paid tens of thousands of dollars to push these NFT projects on you guys. But did they add any value to the world? No. So when I look back, I feel good. Yeah, I didn't make tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars being a shill, participating in this bullshit. But I know that I didn't waste time. I didn't waste space here in the cryptocurrency space, in this ecosystem, in the world of business and capitalism. I didn't waste space. I didn't waste people's time, energy, and value. Because that's what this is. This is a joke. What are you guys doing? Buying plots of land, paying tens of thousands of dollars for minting 2 NFTs. You got ApeCoin. You got .eth in your Twitter handle. What in some stupid profile picture? You guys are clowns. You guys are an embarrassment to the cryptocurrency space, to the business and investing world, to anyone serious who's actually trying to get something done. You guys are all a joke. All of it. Let's continue on, take a look here at the real estate market. The UK is considering resurrecting the right to buy for home renters, according to the Telegraph. I've never heard of this. I didn't know that this was something that had happened in the past. The UK is considering resurrecting the right to buy for home renters. So I don't even know what program this is. The real estate situation is getting absolutely brutal. I do not think that this is going to be the answer. This is just like with rent controls, right? Rent controls don't work either. And you're already seeing that in major cities. You take away the incentive for people to buy and improve properties because they, can't raise their rents, right? You got caps on raising your rents. When the government gets in the way, this is just a classic story. When government gets in the way, it's inefficient at best, and it's an absolute disaster, and they ruin it at worst. So this is what the most recent thing that the UK is considering, a right to buy for home renters. I'm going to have to look into that further and see what that means, but I think it means what we think it means, that it's very simply, I don't know, if you've lived in the house for a few years, you have a right to buy it. We're going to force landlords to give up their property against their will. The socialists are moving in. The communists are moving in as this whole system falls apart. This is a battle between two sides here. The people who are trying to restore free market capitalism and the socialist communists who want to move in, buy up all the assets, force you out of the few assets that you own, raise inflation so that you can't even feed your family, and you're going to own nothing and be happy, just like they tell you with the World Economic Forum. Own nothing, be happy, be a peasant. Live in the metaverse and buy an ape coin and flip garbage NFTs. Okay, let's check out this tweet. If you think construction prices rising 28% last year was bad, starting today, May 1st, 2022, construction trades are on strike to renegotiate wage increases. Framing, hardwood, and carpet installers. That's not all. Plumbers, pipe fitters, and welders looming this week to strike as well. So I think that this is just in Canada, because this guy says, for weekly insights into the Canadian commercial real estate market, follow me, Jeremiah Seamus. So this looks like this is taking place in Canada, because I don't know. We don't really, I mean, we do have some, I guess we do have our unions and stuff, our trade Trade unions are, we do have those down here as well. I haven't seen them going on strike, but maybe this is just in Canada. But we already have the construction prices that raised 28% from last year. Now we have these guys going on strike, and the supply chain crisis is only getting worse. And then we have the Fed raising interest rates, so now your mortgage is going to cost you twice as much. Okay, this post here from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Hot housing prices may cool amid rising mortgage rates. So, I want to go through this article. He's talking about the nationwide median price for an existing home that sold last month was $400,000. So we covered this, right? The median price in America for a house last month was $400,000. I will tell you right now that in my area, for 400 grand, you will get a shack on a piece of dirt at best for 400 grand. That's up more than 50,000 or 15% from a year ago, and 220,000 or 130% from a decade ago. So just 10 years ago, what would that put the average price there? Only 200,000, right? Just over 200,000. Or no, sorry, that'd be 180. Sorry, let me check my math here. 180,000 would have been the median home price just a decade ago. They are even more outsized when you consider that the typical first-time home buyer puts up a down payment equal to only about 10% of the home's purchase price. If you were that home buyer a decade ago, the annualized return on the home investment today would be an eye-popping 37%. Your investment would have increased by more than 1/3 each year on average for 10 years. So you guys that have been in the market, you guys have had it good so far. But we need to take a look at this, because this is where this story ends. But housing salad days are over. House prices will be lucky to hold their own for the next few years. What changed? The answer is mortgage rates. They have risen a lot in recent weeks. 30-year fixed mortgage rates surged to more than 5.25%, up from 3% as recently as the start of the year. They were down 5.1% in Thursday's weekly report. For much of last year, rates consistently hit new record lows well below 3%. So it's nearly twice as much to get the same mortgage, right? It's going to cost you twice as much when you go to borrow and get this mortgage. At the current mortgage rate and house price, the monthly mortgage payment is more than $1,700. That's $500 more than a month, that's $500 more a month than a year ago. Almost $1,000 more than a decade ago in today's dollars. So for that average house, you're now paying $1,000 more per month. And this is why, I know a lot of people, right, that like my parents' generation, they all have mortgage payments that are less than $1,000. Mortgage payments, right? Unbelievable. I can't even find a place for rent less than $2,000 a month in my area right now. That's not an absolute shack dump. It's pretty brutal. Even the small apartments, $1,700-$1,800 a month. So, but I do want to finish this off. He says, of course, talk of house price declines conjures up the nightmare of bursting housing bubble and financial crisis more than a decade ago. That's not what's going to happen this go around. The crash occurred in no small part due to the egregious mortgage lending and inherently unaffordable loan products that drove housing demand during the bubble. Remember those 2-year subprime exploding adjustable rate mortgages. Mortgage defaults and foreclosure sales at significantly discount prices surged when the market crashed back then. So it's gotten a little bit better. But we still had a bunch of people going to 5-year adjustable rate mortgages. So it didn't get quite as crazy as it did last bubble. But this time around, we have, as I showed you guys earlier, margin debt at an all-time high, nearly $1 trillion in margin debt. on top of all the other issues that we have in the overall economic situation. So although the housing market might not crash as much, I still believe that we're going to see some opportunities coming in for the real estate market. Even if it just cools down a little bit and it doesn't get quite so crazy, like, you know, a millennial like myself can actually like buy a house without getting bid out by some Californian coming in with cash and outbidding us. Like, I mean, it's the same story across the country, right? So, right now I'm positioning myself here for the real estate squeeze coming up, looking to pounce on the opportunities. And, you know, we've been talking about this a lot more recently. This real estate market's popping, stock bubble popping, cryptocurrency market popping. It's just a matter of how bad are they going to crash. So I think that real estate's going to, you know, crash. Maybe even a 10 or a 20% drop would be pretty significant. Stock market, I think we could see 20 to 50%. We've already seen that in the tech stocks. Netflix got wrecked. Coinbase, I think, is down over 70, 80%. So some of these high-flying speculative stocks have dropped 50 to 70%. And then with the cryptocurrency market, we're looking at about a 70 to 90% drop. And from the all-time highs of last year, we've already dropped down about 70, 80% for a lot of the cryptos, but there's no stopping us from going down another 25 to 50% from here. So be ready. Be ready, guys. When we look at all these markets, they're all being affected right now. This is a systemic, across-the-board crisis this time. Back in 2008, right, it was really just the housing market. And then a couple banks went bust, and they were able to bail them out. In 2020, the whole world went bust. Everyone had to get bailed out, but now that story's coming to an end. The punch bowl's not getting filled up anymore. With that being said, let's take a look at the markets right now. So the market was back up 2% today. Bitcoin about 38K on the weekly close. Ethereum at 2,800 and XRP at 62 cents. Okay. Incredible opportunities to load up on these coins, but there's no telling how much lower we're going to go during this bear market. Right now, the weekly close came in at about 38K. Yeah, about 38.5. This is the weekly chart here. Let me make sure you guys can see this chart. 38K. And so a new market cycle high did not come in like we were expecting. We thought for this new moon, April 30th, around the beginning of this month here, that we were going to be reaching out for a new high, just as we typically do, before we came back down. That was not the case, right? They liquidated us once again over the last couple days. Over $300 million liquidated from the cryptocurrency market. So we need to be careful right now. Like I said earlier in this stream, I don't have to change up my strategies. I don't have to change up my bag. I don't have to sell any of my cryptos because I'm worried about what's going to happen to them. I'm willing to ride down all of my cryptos another 50% if that's what it has to be. I mean, if I've seen multiple people, and some of them are trolls, some of them are serious about XRP going down to the 30-cent level. I mean, I don't even care. We'll just back up the truck, right? We'll just back up the truck and we'll just continue to load up. So here's the weekly chart for XRP closing in above 60 cents. The 60-cent iron wall has been a level going back years now. And so that's good to see that we're holding the 60-cent iron wall. We'll see what happens next, guys. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. I told you guys coming into this back-to-back eclipses that the energy would be big. I didn't know which way we were going to go. Were we going to go up? Were we going to go down? Didn't know. I knew that it was going to be a drastic move regardless. And it does look like, well, we did come down. We did come down. The full moon, from the full moon here over the last couple of weeks, we have came down substantially, right? But that's all right. Gives us time to accumulate, gives us time to focus on our business, focus on our real estate strategies. We've been taking action every day on a daily basis, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. With that being said, let's take some rapid fire Q&A sessions here. I deleted the sell button. You know, I don't know how you guys are positioned. Personally, I don't hold BS. I've never bought any of these NFTs. I've never gambled really on meme coins. I don't hold anything that doesn't have utility that's not going to do great in the new financial system. Any price dips, any price action to the downside just gives me more opportunity to buy the blood in the streets, and I will absolutely take advantage of it. Of course, we got someone here on TikTok calling XRP a rug pull. Good luck. God bless. Hope it works out for you. So, yeah. Chainlink and DOT. Yeah, I mean, they've already had their moments last year. Chainlink, yeah, I've thought about adding Chainlink to my bag for a while, but you don't really need the link token to make that program work, the oracles work. And then XRP already has oracles too. So, Chainlink, yeah, it's solid utility, but I mean, that was the story with 90% of cryptos over the last little bit, is they were all solid cryptos that solved some sort of little problem. If they don't get adopted by the banks and financial institutions and enterprises, they're not going to solve trillion-dollar problems. Like over the last year, all of the DeFi space, it solved little problems for you. It solved your problems, your little money problems of trying to get these returns on staking protocols that gave you 1,000%, 80,000% staking. The only problem that solves is your problem of being broke and wanting to make money fast for nothing. And then it drops 90%, just like we predicted. My only regret has been buying so much at higher price instead of now. However, only bought what I could afford to lose. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Only buy what you can afford to lose. And the longer that they stall this out, the more we go to the upside once they flip the switch, and the more of an opportunity you have to pack your bags. Personally, my XRP bag's already pretty flush, so I'm going to be looking to add to XLM more. I've gone super bullish on XLM. And I do advise everyone to get familiar with the XLM Stellar network ecosystem. I'm still not buying any of the seized Cabal assets on the Stellar network, but I'm watching it closely. I'm learning how the Stellar network's going to work. I'm looking at how this ecosystem is being built out, and it has me super bullish on XLM. I'm not relinquishing control of my XLM for 1 trillion tokens of whatever. What I'm doing is I'm buying more XLM. Did you decide if you're going to do an interview with Mel? Yeah, probably. We'll probably get around to that at some point. I love having conversations. I'm not afraid to talk to anyone. I encourage the conversation, right? I encourage the adult conversation. You present your facts, your evidence, give me your hypothesis, and let's run the numbers. Let's check documents. Let's check evidence. Beth, thank you for the gifts. Guys, I appreciate all the support. YouTube, if we could hit the thumbs up, that'd be great. Thumbs up, or if you're a hater and you're mad because I'm not shilling the lobster tokens, you can give me the thumbs down, whichever way you want to go. They tell me that I haven't risen to 5D consciousness and that I haven't accepted the quantum financial system. Even though that's all I've been talking about for the last year is quantum financial system. What about Phantom for long term? I just think it's already had its moment. It's already had its moment. My theory is the SEC is stalling for Congress to pass laws and built them out of a loss. Yeah, I agree. Phantom was good. Will institutions adopt it, though? See, that's the difference, guys. I missed Phantom. I missed all of the rest of the cryptos last year. But if you're still holding those bags, you missed the opportunity to sell the top. I mean, let's just look at Phantom here, for example. Let's look at Phantom. Because this is what I mean. All of these cryptos really had their opportunity last year, and now the party's over. So yeah, Phantom hit, would have got up to $3.31. Now we're trading at 79 cents. That's a about 77% drop from the all-time high. So that's what I mean, is these cryptos, they did well last year when DeFi was unregulated. The main developer at Phantom left, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but the main developer over there at Phantom left. So that's the problem with all the rest of these cryptocurrencies. They did well last year. If you were in on them last year, I hope you took profits. 2 months until Flare. Yeah, I'm super excited for Flare. It's going to be massive. XDC thoughts? It's great. $1 trillion. What are you talking about, $1 trillion? Did I just say $1 trillion? I don't know what you're talking about. Zach, why pay gas for Ethereum when you can do it for less than pennies on other chains? Exactly. It's a joke. It's going to end. It already is. It's starting to end right now. Yeah. Seriously, ask yourself this. Don't answer right now. Meditate upon this. Why are people propping up a decentralized, non-tangible on a platform developed by the military? I don't know. They tell me that I need to do more meditation, that I need to hop on the rainbow to the QFS, La La Land. I understand all of it. I understand all of the QFS. I understand the executive orders. I've read the executive orders. I understand what happened. I understand Trump went to all these leaders, cut the deals. The whole thing's falling apart on Sleepy Creepy's watch. I understand that he's not really our president. I understand all of it. I understand we're watching a show. People are dying in the streets. And these people want to tell us 5D consciousness, rainbows, QFS. People are dying in the meantime. So that's where I stand. It's like, I get it all. I get the whole story. But people are dying in the streets. People are broke right now. They can't feed their families. You don't need to create a humanitarian project business plan. I mean, these guys are really saying that I'm going to create a free dog grooming place. That's my humanitarian project. What are you guys smoking? Like, who cares? That's your humanitarian project with your riches, with your wealth that's going to come to us? Is a free dog grooming place? What are we doing? See, I'm all for it. I'm going to build generational wealth even without crypto. My plan in business, the strategies that I'm implementing and executing on right now, have been used for centuries. Going back it's the Andrew Carnegie model. Do I think that crypto is going to help build generational wealth? Yes. But many people who get lucky and do come into some riches and come into some wealth, they're going to lose it all anyways because they don't have a plan for that wealth, for those riches once they get it. Jesus is King. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I mean, create a humanitarian project. No, start your business now. Get something done now. Create value, provide solutions, provide a service, provide a product now. You don't need to wait for a humanitarian project, for your project to get more funding. This is the lowest interest rates in over thousands of years in the history of the world. They're giving away the money for free, even at these higher interest rates. If your deal's not absolute crap, you can still make it work. Debt service, cash flow covers debt service. That's my problem with the whole Nassar Jassara QFS story, is sitting and waiting for our Savior. And I'm not saying that it's not going to play out or that parts of it aren't true. It's just it gets people caught up and they get exhausted and they're getting tired and they're getting frustrated and they're not taking action. They're not prepping. They don't have a business. They're waiting to start their business. They're waiting to start their side hustle. They're staying at the job that keeps them just over broke and keeps them miserable because they're enjoying the show. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to enjoy the show being broke. I'm going to create some businesses. I'm going to run some businesses. I'm going to hustle my face off. I'm going to prepare my family so that we don't die. And then if it plays out and it's 5D consciousness, rainbows, new dimension, then God be with us. But in the meantime, people are getting slaughtered. I would love to do interdimensional travel. The Palladians guide us. I understand it all. It's fun. We can talk about it. But I want to encourage everyone to be taking action, to be prepping right now. Thoughts on Dan Pena? Well, I listen to him every day nonstop. Only person I listen to right now, pretty much. Other than economists like Peter Schiff, I listen to Jim Rickards. The only like guru influencer type that I listen to is Dan Pena, period. Elon is supposed to be the savior. Be your own savior. And I'm not taking anything away from God. So for those of you, I'm not taking anything away from that. Save your own financial world right now. Uh-oh, I see the moderators are muting. They must be muting the trolls. XRP is a dream crusher. They will die broke waiting. Okay. Yeah, I know many people are capitulating right now. I'll take your XRP off you, 60 cents. That's a good deal. You can take my fiat money. Brian, thank you for showing up, brother. Great evening. Make sure you're prepared for what is to come. Be diligent in your thoughts and don't panic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. What do you think about Klaus Schwab? Yeah, so we've been watching them, we've been listening to them, and you know, a lot about what we talk about, a lot about what we're preparing for is based off of the models, the white papers, the what's the word? What was Event 201? The drills, the practice that they do before they roll out and implement these plans. They tell us that's the whole model that they do these things in plain sight. They tell you they're going to do it, then they roll it out. Half the population that is going to own nothing and be happy, they're too busy like watching Johnny Depp's trial to know that they're about to get just absolutely slaughtered in this financial crisis. So they have no idea what they're walking into. And they've gave us all of these meme coins. They've gave us crypto. They've gave us DeFi. They've gave us NFTs. They've given us the metaverse so that we willingly give ourselves up to this beast system in the digital world. And us peasants, we just walk right into it, fat and happy, plug me in. Uh, I'm not even going to do the other things. But yeah, you already know what's going on. Chip me up. Let's do the hokey pokey dance. Let's live in the metaverse. Own nothing, be happy. Peasant life. Blockchain Boy was in here earlier talking about you being on his For You page. Yeah, I'm in these guys' nightmares. I used to be on their ass a little bit more, but now they're just irrelevant. Everyone knows that they're shillers, and there's just no more reason to waste my breath on the crypto nights. Now, the worst shillers were mostly Blockchain Boy, Joshua Jake, and then Wendy's always been a big shill too. Crypto Weatherman, not as bad. Crypto Mason, not as bad, but you know. The Crypto Night Group pushed one of the largest NFT rug pulls in the whole space last year, and that was the Evolved Apes rug pull. So I put out a video on that. It was $2.7 million, and thousands of their Discord members got rug pulled by that. So, you know, we already lit them up. Shout out to Bare Naked Crypto for laying into these guys too. I love in his the series that he's doing. Where are the coins that the shills have shilled? God bless that guy. God bless him. Oh my God. It's awesome. Great work. Yeah, they're all, I mean, it's just disgusting. It's disgusting, but whatever. Zach, you are the only one that can whistleblow this whole lobster scam right in front of their viewers. This not tapped into quantum consciousness is not the way to go. What do you mean? Are you saying that I need to tap into quantum consciousness? He doesn't even know decodes after I was doing decodes like all of last year. Like all these people in the QSI groups and all this, they think that I haven't been here. No, I've been here. I was the only person on TikTok doing gematria. The only person. Like, where have you guys been? We've been on TikTok doing gematria, decodes, going through it all. Cool water. I will not. I can't answer. I can't speak on that. But yeah, it's real. It's bad. It's sick. Yeah. Yeah. There a couple of things that you guys ask about. Yeah, like that. I can't go down that rabbit hole on this channel. Oh no. Oh, you're saying that I told the truth on how I felt. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, guys. Is I'm tired of waiting. Myself. I fell for all this stuff. And it's not to say that it's not real, that it's not going to play out, that we're not going to win in the end. I know God wins in the end. I know, you know, I'm on the good fight. And I'm going to fight this fight till the day I die. I'm right here with you guys. I've gone down all the rabbit holes. I understand all the truth. In my last video, I said we caught them on some of the sickest things you could even imagine. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't talk about it here, obviously, but you guys know, like, I understand how bad, how sick, how evil the crimes against humanity are. So I'm right here with you guys. I'm hoping and praying, and I'm fighting and resisting this evil on a daily basis. But one thing I'm not going to do is be caught waiting anymore, because I thought that the XRP switch was going to be flipped years ago. I thought that the lawsuit would be over in 2021. I thought that Trump was going to come back and fix what was stolen and what was wrong. And here we are, still waiting, right? And so it's the same thing with people when they want to go start their business. A lot of people want to wait till the sky's perfectly blue. There's not a cloud in the sky, till everything's perfectly aligned. And then they still won't launch their business. They come up with another excuse as why now's not the right time. Oh, well, you know, the real, like, the market's going to crash. It's going to get worse. I mean, there's money to be made right now, and there's going to be even more money to be made if it does crash. Thank you for the super chats. Adeline, thank you. Zach is low-key the smartest crypto influencer right now. I appreciate that. When it comes to some stuff, I'm just an absolute moron. I mean, yeah. I had to take advanced algebra twice. So when it comes to math, you guys always catch me. I try to do math. I used to be lightning speed at mental math. But once we went to advanced algebra, my math brain is just completely shut off. I can't even operate in that. So your IOTA thoughts? I'm a big fan. Did I finally buy IOTA? I think I did. Yeah, so I finally got IOTA now. Right? I need to double check that. I think that I finally did add some IOTA. The greatest tyrannies are always perpetuated in the name of the noblest causes. Thomas Paine. That's a great quote. Disobedience is the true foundation of liberty. The obedient must be slaves. Henry Thoreau. That's a good one. Someone said too much kush. No, I don't know what it is, but my brain just doesn't even function that way anymore. Which is good. I don't need that part of my brain anymore. Just bust out the calculator. Which cryptos will survive the Great Reset? The ISO ones I think have a really good chance, and then there's going to be a few others, but mostly we'll be moving to a CBDC world. Yeah, I already said IOTA's good. Should we move our XRP from the exchanges? Yes. Guys, let's go 5 more minutes. Rapid fire Q&A, 5 more minutes. YouTube, if we can smash that thumbs up for me, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thoughts on HBAR? Good tech, no adoption. Good tech, no adoption. Nobody's using the actual HBAR token. Nobody that matters. You got Google, Boeing, all these big corporations on the governing council. We're all here still waiting for adoption. What's going on with the whiplash, massive crypto scams tied to QSI, people legit committing Oh, okay, yeah. See, I can't confirm how legit these are because all I know is that it didn't seem worthy enough for me to invest in. So I don't know if they're scams. I don't know if they're rug pulls. Well, 99% of them are. I can tell you that as a fact. I can't speak on what any of these other guys are pushing on you guys. I can't speak on what these other guys are pushing on you guys. But I will say that my comments are filling up with people who are talking about getting absolutely wrecked in all of these projects. Down 70 to 80%. So I've yet to see one person that's made money yet, but obviously, I'm holding XRP, which is a suppressed asset. All the cryptos that I'm holding are suppressed assets. So I understand being down. I understand not making money until like the new financial system's here. But yeah, I'm not getting good feedback right now on all of the Stellar ecosystem stuff. Most people that I'm seeing in my comments are liquidating their positions because they're down 70% plus. I don't know how legit any of them are. Don't you think that people will start to wake up and protest against CBDCs? I don't think so. No, because for them it'll be easier to use. Yeah. I mean, look at what these people took over the last 2 years. They got over half the population to take an experiment. CBDCs would be easy, especially when they forgive your student loans, which actually, I got to write that down because before I forget to talk about that, student loans, I'm going to do a whole separate video on the student loans because they're going to bail them out. They're going to bail them out. It's going to piss off a lot of people. But yeah, no, the CBDCs will be rolled out effortlessly, especially after the crisis. I mean, the crisis is getting worse. It'll be no problem. I mean, most of the rest of the world's already on like mostly digital payments anyways. So I don't think that they'll have a problem with that. Oh yeah, and then yeah, when you add in universal basic income, yeah. Will ADA survive the Great Reset? Probably. Probably. I just worry about how much adoption that Charles will get from like big money. Let's take a few more questions here. VeChain thoughts? I'm not super bullish on VeChain. Is universal basic income going to happen? Yeah, it's already happening. So like Baltimore is rolling it out right now. We've already seen other major cities. So it's kind of rolling out on a city level. But then, I mean, look at the checks that just came out over the last couple years too. So that was just getting everyone used to stimulus payments, to UBI. Yeah. Cardano has good partnerships for long-term viability. Yeah, okay. Yeah. They're going to cancel 10,000 of student loans or all of student loans. Yeah, I'm not, I mean, they'll do some. I think that they'll end up doing all of it. Social credit systems rolling out. Yeah, it just rolled out in Italy. Already well established in China. Yep. Do I like Quant? I don't really care. I mean, it's solid. How do I feel about Scale? I have not looked at it. Total debt forgiveness coming. Yeah, I mean, I hear stories of people that have levered up completely, maxed out all their credit cards, maxed out their house because they think that all debt's going to be forgiven. Should those of us in the service industry continue to make our living? Yes. Mike, great question. Yes, absolutely. If you're in the service industry, raise your prices and keep hitting it hard. Work as much as you can and raise your prices and continue to raise your prices. Yep. Credit, there's so much opportunity out there right now. UBI doesn't work. Yeah, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think that it works, but They can't replace us. Yeah, I mean, some service industries will be replaced by, robots and technology, but yeah, it's definitely something to consider. Hey, Zach, is XRP still going to 10K? Yes. Yes, I do believe it's still going to 10K. Hey, Zach, should I have another glass of wine? Probably. See, you think it's a joke when I say XRP is going to 10K. I'm looking at you dead straight and I'm telling you that yes, I do believe that it's going to 10K. And I know that you came in trolling. You expected my answer to change. Not going to change. Why? Because it's solving problems that are valued in the quadrillions of dollars. Well, look, I'm about to be a billionaire then. You believe that? No. No, you spend too much time trolling. You'll be broke. You won't make it. No. What business would you start now that'll survive the recession? Healthcare, the healthcare industry. Healthcare industry is going to be big. Healthcare and tech are the two industries. This man bought above $2. Actually, most of my bag's under 25 cents, but nice try. So I just found out that Ripple has ties to the Gates Foundation. Ripple is partnered with Moja Loop, which is Gates Foundation, yes. Med beds are healthcare. That's right. That's a perfect example right there. Health is going to become, I mean, it's already became really more important over the last 2 years, but it's only going to continue. So not only that, for a lot of people, health is going to become one of their top priorities. And on the other end, a lot of people are about to have a lot of health issues. Because of everything that they've done to us, we're going to have a lot of health issues. And because the boomer generation is getting to that age. That's why the healthcare industry is probably one of the best. Are you planning on earning interest on your XRP when it moons after the flip of the switch? Yes. Yep, I'm planning on leveraging out my bag, staking it. Yeah. Yep. So I'm planning on never really having to sell my XRP. Zach, XRP has crashed. Well, it didn't really crash, but yes, it is down a little bit. What? You're live this late? Yes, I am live this late. And why do I keep on seeing stupid comments from you talking about how I don't know what I'm talking about? Why are you always showing up on my live, showing up on my show, watching all my content, but I see you in my comments on all my videos? What if it's a bot? No, I know this guy's not a bot. No, I love Zach. I just don't want him to be caught holding the bag. Like I said, I'm creating generational wealth without crypto. If crypto goes, yeah, we'll do well. But I have two businesses that will lead me to generational wealth without cryptos, without investing. without investing. So for stock market investments, it's healthcare and technology. No, it's for businesses. It's for industries to start your businesses. Somebody asked what businesses to get into. Healthcare industry, tech. I actually think that food could be another good one as well. There's not as good margins though. The best margins are in healthcare and tech. Thoughts on reptilians? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what our politicians are on. I don't know what they are. They look a little crazy to me. Chad, thank you, brother. Chad, thank you, brother. Okay, I do have to run. I was supposed to wrap this one up just a little bit ago. YouTube, if you guys could hit that thumbs up for me on the way out, I'd greatly appreciate that. Make sure you guys are showing us love over there. If you want to listen to the podcast, if you miss our live shows, you can watch them listen to them on Spotify. We're over on Rumble now. Make sure you follow us on Rumble because we're going to be dropping Rumble exclusives. And a new month has started. So if you want to join our Discord group, come on in. Okay. Links are over there at zachrector.com. Sign up for the Patreon and we will get you the link to the Discord. So it is a new month. So feel free to come on and join us in the community. Got a bunch of like-minded individuals who are preparing for this greatest wealth transfer in the history of the world. We take care of it. If you need someone to hold your hand when it comes to cryptocurrency, setting up your wallets, figuring out what to invest your money in, figuring out how to make your preparations, we got it all covered in there. Business, real estate, crypto, side hustles, precious metals. Changing lives over there. So if you guys want to join us in the group, head on over to zachrector.com. All the merch is there as well. You guys see this one. This one's actually relatively new. XRP Army sweatshirt. Okay. The camo. I appreciate all of you guys so much. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. God bless.